Please welcome the Chair of the Chamber's Board and owner of Valandry Heating and Air Conditioning, Jeff Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you and good morning. The Chamber is very pleased to organize this event, and on behalf of more than 1,000 Chamber members, we thank you for attending this 8th annual event. Now I'd like to take a minute to thank the sponsors who, through their contributions, make this happen. Presidential sponsors, Greater Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, UND College of Engineering and Mines, JLG Architects. Academic sponsors include AE2S, Alaris Financial, All True Health System, Bremer Bank, CPS, Fransden Bank and Trust, Icon Architectural Group, UND School of Medicine and Health Sciences, and Excel Energy. Campus sponsors include EAPC Architects and Engineering and Gate City Bank. The bonds between the business community and the university are as important today as they were back in 1883 when UND was founded. The Chamber and the University of North Dakota continue their very close relationship by working together to coordinate student discounts at local businesses, to helping connect students and staff with the local business community, to UND agreeing to be a major sponsor in next spring's Disney training sessions. The Chamber and UND are very strong partners. We are especially appreciative of President Kelly and his wife, Marcia, for their active engagement and involvement in our community. Their contributions to a variety of community activities are greatly valued. President Kelly is a member of the Chamber Business, Government, and Educational Alliance, an NV360 Community Visioning Committee. On July 1st, 2008, Dr. Kelly began serving as UND's 11th president, and our university has excelled in his leadership. Although it's only 8:05 a.m., I have already had what I consider a 3 bonus day. This is the first time that I've been able to attend this event. That's bonus number 1. Although President Kelly and his wife Marcia have been around since 2008, today I officially got to meet and greet them myself. Big bonus number 2. And finally, number 3, I have the great pleasure to introduce to you the President of the University of North Dakota, Dr. Robert Kelly. Yes.
Jeff, thank you very much. It's a very generous introduction, very much appreciated. I want to say thanks to everyone in the room who got up early this morning to come and support the University of North Dakota, your university. And I especially want to thank the Chamber for all that they do for our community and for the university as well. Also want to acknowledge the recipient this year of the President's Best Friend Award, our First Lady and our first volunteer for the university, Marcia Kelly. I'm a little afraid Mike Blake, who was responsible for our beautiful music this morning, has left us. Elvis left the building. But I do want to say thanks to Professor Blake for all that he and the music department bring to these functions. Thank you, Mike. Well, let me continue my welcome to all of you to take this opportunity to visit with you about the University of North Dakota. We are talking now more and more about our roadmap for the university, Exceptional UND. We are indeed realizing the dream. I want to emphasize now that the dream will continue for a long time. The dream is out in front of us. We think about it on a daily basis. We modify it on a daily basis. And what you're going to hear today is not a final report. It's simply a progress report about where your university is going and how we are guiding ourselves to get there. This is very timely for us at the university because in just a few days, we're going to continue one of our century-old traditions, and that is the maintenance of accreditation as an institution of higher learning. We have been continuously accredited since 1913 The Higher Learning Commission, as you know, reviews all of the universities and colleges in our region and indeed across the country. And we're now in the midst of our 10-year review. As part of that process, we go through a very intensive 3-year self-review, followed by then a site visit by the Higher Learning Commission. Members of the commission, that review team will spend about 3 days with us in just a few weeks, and we expect to do very well. A committee has been working very, very, very hard on preparing UND for this visit, and we're ready. Wake Up to UND has become an annual opportunity to share some of the things that are happening at our university. 3 years ago, for example, we talked about igniting the spirit. That day we announced the public portion of the campaign, the North Dakota Spirit, to raise $300 million. Thanks to all of you, very generous donors, the leadership of the UND Alumni Association and Foundation, Vice President Tim O'Keefe, many, many other people. This campaign reached its goal in February. Already it's having a transformative effect on our university. Students, faculty, academic programs, all of our facilities are beginning to show the impact of the generosity of many, many people around our state and our nation. Thanks to all of you who have participated in this very, very important endeavor. What I think this underscores is that together we can accomplish great things. UND enjoys very, very productive partnerships, and I'm just going to mention a few. I can't possibly touch on all of them, but clearly we have a very productive interaction and partnership relationship with our city, the City of Grand Forks and East Grand Forks. We enjoy productive relationships with the Grand Forks Economic Development Corporation, our chamber, the Community Foundation, the Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Greater Grand Forks Young Professionals, the Grand Forks Air Force Base, Northland Community Technical College, the Grand Forks County Commission, the Grand Forks School District, the North Dakota State Board of Higher Education, including our new Chancellor, Chancellor Larry Skogan, all of our sister universities and colleges in our system, our legislature, the North Dakota legislature, the governor, the executive branch, our lieutenant governor, our delegation across the state, local law enforcement, local regional businesses. All of these groups support the vision for higher education for our students that the University of North Dakota provides for our community and our state and indeed the nation, enhancing our education and our quality of life. Now, as I look across the crowd this morning, I see representatives from virtually all of these areas here today. I want to say thanks again for your support. One in particular I do need to point out, I hope he's still here, Mayor Mike Brown. I see an empty chair. Baby Doc Mike Brown had to leave, but I do want to emphasize how important it is that we have this working, positive relationship with our mayor, the city council, city employees. These are invaluable partners to the success of our university. We believe that we respond in kind. For one example, City Councilman Ken Vian and UND Vice President for Student Affairs Lori Reeser both serve as co-chairs of the Community and Campus Committee on High-Risk Alcohol Use. Another example of our partnership is the Red River Trio, working with the Red River Trio, a group of exceptionally talented student musicians who last spring, through the generosity of Dr. Gerald Gall, performed in Japan and China, where they were joined by Mayor Brown and Pete Haga. Pete is with us this morning, who represented the city on a cultural and business mission. That's a good example of one way that our key tenets of exceptional UND, expanding UND's presence, works. And since we're talking about Japan, another example of UND expanding its presence, for the last 2 weeks, we've had a Japanese film crew here in the city and on our campus, filming a program in response to some of our aerospace activities here at UND. This is a television drama called Miss Pilot in Japan. We will soon see that airing in Japan in front of about 20 million people. So to our guests from Japan, konnichiwa and arigatou gozaimasu. My executive team and I will share other examples this morning as we talk about your university, about our university. Our future is very bright. We have a strong vision expressed in Exceptional UND of enriching our student experience, encouraging gathering, facilitating collaboration, expanding UND's presence, and enhancing the quality of our lives. And we're right in the proper place to achieve our vision. One of the things that makes us exceptional is our student-centered focus. Before the newest member of our executive leadership team comes to the podium, Provost Tom DiLorenzo, he'll talk about this tenet of the Exceptional UND Roadmap, enhancing the student experience. I want to share a video with you we show this at convocation, help our newest students understand what it means to be a UND engaged student.
My name is Landon Bale. I'm currently a junior at UND. My freshman year, it was quite the ride. I chose UND because it's a great college and the entrepreneurship is second to none. I've kind of had a few very small businesses in high school, and I just knew like the business route was kind of what I wanted to do. Currently, I'm working on my two majors, entrepreneurship and marketing, and then a minor in sports business as well. I'm starting to dive into my major classes that I can't stress how much I love them. They're exactly what I want to do when they're talking about what my future holds, and which is so much fun. So it started off with advertising. What they currently do, huge thing that freshmen can do regarding academics is get in touch with your academic advisor as soon as possible. I visit them at least once or twice a semester, if not more. I strongly encourage freshmen to get involved. I think it's a huge priority that college students, new freshmen, incoming freshmen should have. And the first packet that I turned in, or application, was an application to be a student ambassador, and they do great things such as doing just fundraising events, doing different events to help student organizations. They're basically an ambassador for the University of North Dakota. Greek life was kind of something that I was always told I should do, and it basically, not only do you meet everyone in your fraternity, but you have social gatherings, social events with other fraternities, other sororities, so you're collaborating with a Greek community of about 1,200. Dakota Venture Group, it's a student-run private capital investment group. We raise money, and then we also invest the money and see if we can get a profitable return. My sophomore year, I became a marketing intern for UND Athletics. Being a huge North Dakota sports fan, I obviously love North Dakota athletics and wanted to get involved. We have great college fans in all our sports. It's been a blast. Prioritizing is a huge thing, multitasking. To be a college student, you have to multitask and you got to learn how. Being involved in so many groups, activities, associations, you have to know how to do that. College, it's literally gonna fly by. Enjoy it while you can and take in everything that UND has to offer.
Good morning. I'm Tom DiLorenzo, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. I think that Landon might be here this morning. Landon, are you here? There he is. One of our best and brightest. I'm delighted to be here at UND and in my new community. I have just completed my 5th month on the job, and all of you have been wonderful in welcoming me to Grand Forks. At UND, students are always our #1 priority. Our commitment to the students is that we enrich their experience by providing an environment that is challenging yet rewarding, one that is full of resources and opportunities to help students prepare to be the next generation of leaders. Here, in the greater Grand Forks community, in the state of North Dakota, and beyond. Transitioning to college life is an adjustment, and not always an easy one. Let me give you some information on what we are doing to help students with their transition and the learning process. We created the First Year Experience program that prepares students for the rigors of academic life. We offer special seminars, classes, and at the same time help them to develop the skills they will need for a successful academic career. The role of technology continues to be increasingly important in the educational process. Recognizing that, we've taken steps to create active and collaborative learning environments for our students. An example is our new Scale-Up Classroom, one of the largest in the nation, accommodating active, collaborative, and interactive learning for 180 students. The room is set up for small group, team-based activities that revolve around inquiry and problem solving, and you will find various forms of technology all around the room. This is the first such classroom in North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, and Wyoming. We are working to enrich the student experience outside the classroom as well. Vice President Lori Reeser and I have launched a strategic enrollment management initiative aimed at incorporating best practices into the fabric of our student success efforts. Our goal is to provide students with a quality education in 4 years and with the skills and opportunities necessary to stay in North Dakota after they graduate. To address retention and graduation, we are creating an online catalog that will provide students with real-time information on their progress and course availability with extensive planning functions. In addition, we are creating the software programs necessary to identify at-risk students so that we can intervene early and keep them in school. Our activities have been endorsed and supported by Interim Chancellor Larry Scogan and represent pilot work that we believe can be rolled out to all of the higher education institutions in the state. The empirical research indicates that when you couple the best practices that I noted earlier with a robust early alert system, you have the ability to invest in higher levels of advising and mentoring and directly enhance retention and graduation. Some of you may remember the Twomley Shuffle, going from one office to another to get your questions answered. I'm excited to tell you about the one-stop shop that we are creating, where generalist staff members will help students in one physical or virtual space with any question that they may have. We will be training individuals to handle questions related to housing, financial aid, parking, transcripts, all the functions of the registrar's office, student accounting services, and ultimately advising, virtually anything that touches a student. The students who we have talked with about this service are thrilled. In a university similar to UND, the first year of the shop brought in 44,000 inquiries. And even more remarkable, 96.3% of the cases were handled by the first person who answered the inquiry. These are just a few examples of how the university continues to find ways of enriching the student experience. It's now my pleasure to introduce Vice President for Finance and Operations, Alice Brecky.
Morning.
Thank you, Provost DiLorenzo. Personal interactions are a way of life of the university. We thrive by gathering and sharing, challenging and exploring, supporting and understanding, by cultivating connections. Exceptional UND encourages gathering in many ways and is strengthened as we build enthusiasm and a sense of belonging. One way we are doing this is by creating living and learning communities. These housing options offer students a place to live and learn among people with similar interests. Research has shown that this approach creates a greater sense of community, offers an integrated approach to intellectual and personal growth, and builds stronger connections between classrooms and everyday life. UND currently has living and learning communities for aviation, engineering, wellness, and honors students. It is all about finding a group of people to talk with and interact with, to have the freedom to explore and discover with students who are following common educational pursuits. Living and learning communities enrich the student experience by providing students with a variety of opportunities, at dinner and into the evening hours, for example, to extend their education beyond classroom walls. Facilities also play an important role in encouraging gathering, in helping fulfill all of the facets of the exceptional UND. The education building renovation and addition provides an excellent example. The addition atrium and the Dr. Kathleen W. Gershman Student Lounge provide much-needed spaces for students to gather. Last October, we celebrated the grand opening of the Gretzky Alumni Center, a shining example of energy efficiency, sustainability, and green practices at work. The Gretzky Alumni Center is seeking leadership in energy and environmental design, LEED Platinum certification status. It will be the first platinum-level building in the North Dakota University system and the first such alumni center in the world. It has also become a go-to place for meetings, receptions, and other gatherings. Just last month, we broke ground on the new UND Athletics High Performance Center, an indoor practice and competition facility. All True Health System provided the $9 million leadership gift, with Shields providing $1 million. In the words of UND Athletics Director Brian Faison, this new facility will be a game changer. The facility will be located between Memorial Stadium to the west and the UND Energy and Environmental Research Center to the east. It will serve as the indoor training center for all UND athletic programs, as well as a competition facility for track and field events. The UND Athletics High Performance Center will be used by every athletics program on campus. It includes a 100-yard artificial turf field, a 30-meter or 300-meter 8-lane track, spectator seating, a state-of-the-art academic center, and also for sports medicine and strength and conditioning. Earlier this year, the 2013 North Dakota Legislature approved funding for a new $122 million building for the School of Medicine and Health Sciences. They also appropriated $11.4 million for an addition to and renovation of North Dakota's only School of Law. And soon we will begin work on a major renovation to the Wilkerson Hall Dining Center. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Joshua Wynn, Vice President for Health Affairs and Dean of the UND School of Medicine and Health Sciences, to talk about facilitating collaboration.
Thank you, Vice President Brecky. Every collaboration helps us grow. That's why Exceptional UND enhances support for integrated teaching, cutting-edge global research, teamwork, and creative activity. Exceptional UND promotes innovative and productive collaboration among all sectors of the university community, from interdisciplinary academic programs to extracurricular activities, and supports close partnerships with state leaders to serve the public. By working together, we build an exceptional UND. UND is a Carnegie Doctoral Research Institution with an international reputation for research and scholarship, notably in health sciences, energy and environmental protection, aerospace, and engineering. UND's research is felt around the world and plays an important role in helping North Dakota emerge as a technological and economic leader. None of that happens without collaboration. And we have some shining examples to underscore that point. The Energy and Environmental Research Center wouldn't be the internationally recognized leader that it is without the collaborations with industry and government here and abroad that it has brokered and cultivated over the years. More recently, UND, the city of Grand Forks, the Grand Forks Air Force Base, and the state have earned national and international attention for the development of a multi-pronged approach to unmanned aircraft systems education, research, and business development. UND developed the world's first four-year degree program in unmanned aircraft systems and already has graduates. It is leading the way in developing sense and avoid technologies and in helping the world think through the philosophical and protocol issues related to deploying these systems for civilian purposes. This work touches many colleges and departments within the university and includes many, many outside partners. There are many similar examples, such as the impressive growth in the new petroleum engineering program, some of which Vice President Walton will touch on when she comes to the stage. But let me mention just a few examples that relate to my college, the School of Medicine and Health Sciences. One is the Master of Public Health program that we share with North Dakota State University. This allows our two universities to offer our combined healthcare strengths for the betterments of students and North Dakota. Thanks to the generous support of the North Dakota legislature and strong leadership from Governor Jack Dalrymple and Lieutenant Governor Drew Wrigley, as well as strong support from people throughout North Dakota, including important leadership from Dave Molman, CEO of All True Health System and chair of the School of Medicine and Health Sciences Advisory Council, we have implemented the Healthcare Workforce Initiative, or HWI. As you have heard earlier, we are also planning the construction of a new home for the school as an important component of the HWI. The HWI is a four-pronged approach that will help us address North Dakota's healthcare workforce needs now and in the future by reducing disease burden, retaining more of our graduates for practice in North Dakota, training more practitioners, and improving the efficiency of our healthcare delivery system. One of the ways we are doing this is by training our students to function as part of high-performance, multidisciplinary healthcare delivery teams. Thus, the HWI is the result of many collaborations with numerous partners from across the state who are vitally interested in helping ensure that North Dakota has the best possible health care for all of its citizens. And now, I'd like to introduce UND's Vice President for University and Public Affairs, Susan Walton.
Thank you, Dr. Wynn. Expanding our presence is a lot like throwing a pebble into a pond and causing a ripple. It begins close to home, and then the wave just continues to spread outwards. Let's start by talking about the outer edges of that ripple. UND's presence extends far beyond the borders of our campus and even beyond the planet, as we recently heard from commencement speaker Karen Nyberg, a NASA astronaut and UND graduate who is circling the Earth in the International Space Station. Through distance education programs such as the John D. Odegaard School of Aerospace Sciences Master's Program in Space Studies, and through research conducted by every college, the university's impact extends worldwide. UND also expands its presence closer to home, at the center of the ripple. First, I'd like to note that building UND's presence beyond our campus would not even be possible if not for the local community members, legislators, and alumni who support UND and our mission of service and learning. We thank and appreciate you all. Exceptional UND promotes a vibrant partnership with our Grand Cities communities by partnering with organizations and extending academic programs. One longtime example, the UND College of Education and Human Development student teachers. Nearly 90 of them are serving this year in classrooms in Grand Forks Public Schools and throughout the region and the state. In fact, service to our state has always been a critical part of UND's mission and of every academic unit at the university. Students in the College of Nursing and Professional Disciplines host professional screenings, like the one recently held in Arthur, North Dakota. And the School of Medicine and Health Sciences SIM, or Simulation in Motion, ND program delivers emergency care training through a statewide mobile system using high-fidelity human patient simulators. The School of Law prepares practice-ready graduates, new attorneys who are trained to serve clients and the public effectively and ethically, and who can immediately contribute to our state's growing economy. The College of Arts and Sciences faculty and students produce creative works in music, theater, and visual arts. They engage in scholarly activity in the social sciences and humanities, and they conduct research related to wetlands management, water treatment analysis, the archaeological impacts of infrastructure digs, dark matter, and ethnomathematics. The college also supports school science education as well as concerts and exhibits. And for decades, the College of Business and Public Administration has helped North Dakota's entrepreneurs and fledgling business developers. Some of them our very own students. Another way UND is working to meet the needs of the state, particularly in western North Dakota, is through our quickly evolving petroleum engineering program. And the College of Engineering and Mines, along with the Energy and Environmental Research Center, are developing technologies for producing and harnessing alternative forms of energy. Here now is the first of a new video series we recently launched on UND's website. It's called Inside UND. The video features the possibilities that come to life when private donors and the Grand Forks-based company AE2S, Advanced Engineering and Environmental Services, work together to realize a dream.
The oil boom in North Dakota has greatly impacted the western part of the state. This time, however, it was the University of North Dakota on the eastern side that strengthened its ties with North Dakota Oil.
AE2S and their leadership took advantage of the state match to give the university and its programs $1 million toward the support of our CEC. Thank you, Steve Berrien. Thank you, AE2S.
AE2S is an environmental and civil engineering consulting firm based in North Dakota.
We appreciate their support and commitment to building the future of UND's petroleum engineering program.
The director of the Department of Mineral Resources for North Dakota, Lynn Helms, says UND plays a significant part in the North Dakota oil industry.
For the oil and gas industry, the University of North Dakota is one of the main sources of talent. We need geologists, we need engineers.
The dean of UND's College of Engineering and Mines says he is pleased with the progress.
And today, I'm happy to let you know that we have 200 students in the program.
This convention, paired with a gift from AE2S, illustrates the dedication between UND.
It's a way to network, it's a way to, maybe look at interviews and other stuff in the future.
And the growth of its students.
Go UND.
For Inside UND, this is Corey Robertson.
As we continue our efforts to build an exceptional UND, we will also continue to expand our presence and fulfill our mission of service to the Grand Forks community and to our state. Not long after I came here, I met with a state leader in another town. At the conclusion of our conversation, as he told me goodbye, he said something that stayed with me. He expressed how much he appreciated the presence of UND people, programs, and services in his own community. And he said to me, "Don't ever forget how important that is. After all, you are the University of North Dakota." As we continue to build an exceptional UND, that's a ripple effect we plan to sustain. Now, please welcome Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Lori Reeser.
Exceptional UND invests in our most important asset, people. We strive to promote life balance, provide opportunities for career and personal development, celebrate diversity, art, and culture, and maintain an environment of openness and appreciation. UND continues to be recognized for being safe, family-friendly, and committed to health and wellness. Part of that commitment is a holistic approach to wellness. The Health and Wellness Unit strives to empower all members of the campus community to embrace healthy choices for their personal and professional success. UND recently was named the 3rd healthiest college in the United States by Greatest.com, a health and fitness website promoting wellness by providing factual information that leads to healthier lifestyle choices. Citing UND's Wellness Center and reasonably priced healthy dining options, Greatest.com said, quote, "Our favorite thing about UND, though, is its 7 dimensions approach to wellness, which often includes overlooked factors like emotional, environmental, and spiritual health." College students today have a lot to juggle, and recent surveys show that money management is among the top concerns weighing on their minds. UND students are not immune to this worry. Last year, a new financial wellness program was created to provide students the tools and information they need to make smart and successful money decisions while they're at UND and after they've graduated. Through this program, we hope to lead students through the steps they need to take for a successful financial future. UND promotes quality of life in many other ways, particularly through hosting campus events, such as the Great Conversations series, which features remarkable individuals who've made an impact on society. And this spring, the UND Writers Conference celebrates its 44th anniversary. Since the first conference in 1970, some of the most laudable names in literature have visited the UND campus. We also showcase and enjoy remarkable performances at the Chester Fritz Auditorium, the Burtness Theater, and the Hughes Fine Arts. We celebrate our diversity through outstanding programs such as the annual Wachipi Powwow and the Feast of Nations. We celebrate the victories of our NCAA Division I athletic programs and the accomplishments of our student athletes, both on and off the field. And I might add that those student athletes, like so many other UND students, do their own part to enrich the quality of life through their service to the campus and the community. Our student athletes provided over 7,000 service hours this past year. These are just a few of the ways that UND strives to enhance the quality of life for all faculty, staff, and students. There are many, many more. And together they help make UND an exceptional place to work, learn, and serve. Now please help me welcome President Kelly back to the stage.
As we near the end of our program, and as I was watching that video on the new High Performance Athletic Center, I glanced across and took a look at Brian Faison, our athletic director's face. He is probably the happiest guy on campus right now, and I want to thank, on behalf of an entire athletic program, thank again the lead gift that came from Old True Hospital and the gifts that came from Shields and AE2S. Now, the reason I mention this is that I want you to know that I'm very conscientious in doing my job. You need to understand that this high performance center is being built and funded in 2 phases. We have the first phase under control, but that second phase is just searching for a lead gift. So for those of you who love UND athletics, who want to help almost 500 student athletes prepare their competitive edge a little bit more, talk to Mr. Faison about the possibility of making him even happier in his work. I want to also emphasize that our entire community, and indeed the state of North Dakota, is our students' classroom. We help the greater Grand Forks area thrive by putting more and more students and faculty activities, our staff activities, into our regions and our communities, businesses, and various organizations. We do care about the quality of life of our community and beyond. As you saw this morning with Mike Blake, through arts, through culture, you've heard from Vice President Reeser, Vice President Walton, all about all that we do as we insert the university more and more into our community and our state. Many departments, campus organizations play a key role in enhancing the quality of life that all of us enjoy here. And we are very, very pleased to partner, and we look forward to continued partnerships with our community. We know that together we make a difference for all of us. There are many, many important partnerships, and I cannot simply stress them enough. By the way, this weekend, this coming weekend, next week is homecoming week. For all of you who are graduates and for those of you who will be our guests here on campus, please come and enjoy several of the homecoming events. By the way, we'll be having a football game with Eastern Washington that weekend. Please come and support UND. Also invite you to continue to celebrate the Spirit Campaign on October 13th. That's a Friday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the Chester Fritz Auditorium. We're going to be hearing from Bert Jacobs. Bert is the chief executive. He calls himself the chief optimist of an organization called Life is Good. He will share with us his company's role in developing philanthropy and talk a little bit about, at that time, our current campaign total. You will find it a truly exceptional figure. So I want to emphasize that with your help, UND is partnering to serve our students, our community, and indeed serve the state, the nation, and the world. We have exceptional talent, exceptional dedication at this university. I can mention too that I am so proud of the outstanding staff that provides the workforce that runs this university. I can't say enough about our staff. They prepared our breakfast for us this morning. They pay our bills every day. They keep our campus beautiful, and they run virtually every department and college within the university. I can't say enough about them. Thank you. I just want to end on a fairly realistic note. The university does face some challenges. There's no question as we move forward. You've heard many of these challenges expressed this morning. Provost DiLorenzo, Vice President Reeser told you about some of them related to assuring that our students are prepared to complete the university's educational experience. We want them to make better decisions about how to manage their money and their families as they move through their life journey. And we want to help our students graduate in a very timely fashion. Some of these challenges are stubborn, but as you've heard this morning, we are working on all of them. I am very optimistic as the university goes forward. As you've seen, we have a strong, excellent executive leadership team in place. We've identified our top exceptional UND priorities, and we're making very, very strong progress in achieving those priorities. We continue to be an innovative, creative, entrepreneurial university, and how we approach our educational opportunities and the challenges that face the university. North Dakota is in very strong financial shape, and so is your university. We're enjoying what may be the best prepared freshman class in the history of the university, and we're able to provide outstanding educational opportunities for those students. I wanted to digress for just a moment and thank Larry Nyblad. Dr. Nyblad runs our public school district here in Grand Forks. We, as a university, are the recipient of many, many of his students. We find them well prepared, and I want to thank Larry for his continued support of our students and UND. In many, many ways, together, we are building the exceptional UND. We are doing it together. I want to thank all of you for all that you do for the University of North Dakota, and I want to thank you for allowing me and my colleagues to share some of our joy in our work with you this morning. Thank you for being with us. Go UND.